Hi Gemini, welcome to December 2017. You're at your half birthday, so happy half birthday. And there is a full moon in Gemini on the 3rd. Mercury takes his turn to retrograde right before the full moon on the 3rd. He'll be retrograde until the 22nd. And the full moon in Gemini is being T-squared by nebulous Neptune. So this is a very interesting dynamic as we go into December, which is a very, a celebration time. Gemini is a very uplifting energy. Sagittarius is a very positive energy. It's got that Santa Claus energy, the Gemini full moon. And so people are wanting to celebrate and have fun and be light and positive and absolutely appropriate. We want to really be careful with what we're saying and doing, because with Neptune challenging both lights at the full moon, the sun and the moon, we don't want to be in a hurry for anything because we may not have all the facts, especially with your ruling planet going retrograde right before the full moon, and Neptune challenging the full moon. We can think that things are one way and come to find out it's not at all what we thought it to be. Another thing too with the Neptune energy here challenging like this is it can bring up this sense of unworthy or feeling discouraged. So be really aware of what you're thinking and keep a positive attitude. Focus on what you want, not on the opposite. So if you want more love, focus on love, not the lack of. We don't get what we want, we get what we believe, and we can't get what we want if we're focused on the opposite of it. If you want more abundance, focus on abundance, not the lack of abundance. So focus on what you want and keep a positive attitude here in December, and things will really go your way. Venus enters Sagittarius on the 1st. So there's a very big focus going on here in the area of love, relationships, partnerships. So to get what you want this month, it's really about you using your social graces to get people on board and considering other people, because family and friends, colleagues really want to help you achieve your goals. And by really listening to others, and Geminis, many of you have really good sense of humor too. Using that sense of humor and seeing the lighter side of life and bringing that to the table will really empower others to want to help you in your work, in your business, in your life. And that's what we want, is we want to bring others along with us so that everyone is on Team Gemini. And remember, people want to know you. They don't want to know what you know. They want to know you. And that's a spotlight's on you, Gemini, here in December, because we're at the Gemini full moon. And this is a deeply spiritual moon because Neptune is involved. Now, Neptune is in harmonious energy flow with Jupiter in the area of your work habits, your health habits, your lifestyle. And their positive energy together can empower you to move up in your work, to move up in your career, to increase your health, making your health better. And this lovely aspect is happening exact on December 2nd, this Jupiter-Neptune, and then again on May 25th, and then on August 19th. So it's going to be around a while. And another thing too is Chiron stations direct, moves direct on December 5th in this area of your destiny in the world, your career, what you do in the world. And this is good because now Neptune's moving forward there, Chiron is moving forward in this area, and this can help to improve your professional life, what you do in the world, and the work that you do. So this is exciting. Then Mars into Scorpio on the 9th, and that's going to help to improve work as well, because you're going to be really energized to get your work done. And you know, it's like you've got your eye on a promotion, so you're really focused on your work so that you can get that promotion. This is also good for your health, you know, so getting out and walking or jogging or working out, you can find that it really throws off any negative energy and you know, releases those endorphins, which helps you feel good and keep that positive attitude, because that really is the key this month with you. You know, wherever the mind goes, energy follows. And if you're focused on your goals and you're focused on keeping a positive attitude, then you're going to attract positive things to you. Then on the 18th, you have the Sagittarius new moon in this area of relationships. And this is a really amazing new moon. Now, your full moon is awesome too, but it's really spiritual, and it's calling for you and all of us to really focus on our highest ideals, your ideal living location, your ideal relationship, your ideal job. It doesn't necessarily show you how to get there, that's Saturn's job. But it is about dreaming up what it is you want, visioning what you want so that you can create it. At the Sagittarius new moon, there's a huge focus going on in the area of love, partnership, and relationships, twin flames and soulmates in love. We have the sun and the moon in Sagittarius. We have Venus in Sagittarius. We have your ruling planet, Mercury, in Sagittarius. And we have Saturn right at the end in Sagittarius, which is good news for you because he will no longer be opposing you. He will move into Capricorn the next day. The sun enters, Saturn enters Capricorn on the 19th, and then the sun follows on the 20th. So this is good news for you because for many of you, you have had to deal with Saturn in opposition to your planets. And when Saturn opposes us, we're at an all-time energy low. It's the lowest point that we have. Now with Saturn moving into Capricorn, the energy can return, relationships can flow more easily. Saturn is no longer testing your partnerships or relationships. You know, yes, he's moving into that area of deep intimacy, and so it will go deeper as far as what's going on in relationship, and you may need to make some sort of adjustment down the road, but it's not as heavy as an opposition. So having Saturn move out of Sagittarius is very beneficial for the Geminis. Although you can always understand that there were many things he taught you about relationships that you needed to know, that you needed to address. And so it was important that time he spent in that area of relationships. And at the Gemini new moon, this is a wonderful time for you to plant your seed of what it is you want in your partnership, your personal love relationship, as well as business partnership. New moons are excellent times to plant the seeds of what we want to create, not only in the next 30-day cycle, but what you want to create here in December as well as in 2018. So this is an excellent time for you to really look at, well, what is it that I want in my partnership? What is it that I want in my relationships? And I'm talking love relationship, but also personal relationships, business relationships, other people. This is happening in the area of other people. There's a big focus here. You know, another thing too, when you're at that Gemini full moon, is to really look at, maybe for some of you, you're projecting onto others something that's inside of you that you may not be aware of, but is brought to light at the time of the full moon, that is important for you to, you know, be aware of. Maybe you've been too idealistic about your partner, or too idealistic about relationship, and not, you know, taking into consideration the human factor or imperfection that we may have. You are going to be rethinking relationship the entire month, because your ruling planet is camped out in Sagittarius for the entire month of December. And so this entire month you are, you know, really looking at, and probably at the end of November too, because that's when Mercury entered Sagittarius, you're really rethinking things. And this is important. It's good, because you want to think about, well, what is it that I want in my marriage? What is it that I want in my partnership? What is it that I really want for us? And that's what this is about. Taking our time here, especially these first few weeks in December with Mercury retrograde and Neptune challenging the full moon. It's like Spirit is saying, hey, focus on your spirituality. Focus on your dreams. Focus on your creativity. Don't be in a hurry for anything. Take your time. Really look at things. With Sagittarius, it's all about, you know, what is my story? What is my truth? What is it that I believe? Before Saturn goes into Capricorn, you're going to have this opportunity to really look at this, Gemini. But also, for you, it is about what you believe for relationship. What do you believe is true in your relationships? Or what kind of partnership can you have? What do you believe is true? What is the story that you're telling? It's really important to look at what we say, because there's so much power in the spoken word. And if you're not getting what you want, then maybe it's time to tell a new story. Now, what I love about the new moon is Uranus is in harmonious energy flow with all of the planets, the sun, the moon, Mercury, Venus, and Saturn in this area of partnership. And so, you know, this could be a time where people really want to help you. And other people helping you is creating this innovation and this creativity and these breakthroughs for you that can empower you into a new job or a new business. And that's why it's so important to stay positive and keep a positive attitude, because people really want to help you when you are showing that, you know, you're doing the work and you're staying positive, even in spite of setbacks or challenges. You're not letting them get you down. And that's where people really get inspired, and they want to help and see you win and see you get there. And that's good news. And this is also a creative energy to use in your partnership. Maybe you and your partner are teaming up for a new project or a new business idea, or, you know, something that you want to do as a hobby even. Doesn't always have to be, you know, financially motivated, but it certainly can be, because it's a very positive energy. And then right after the new moon, Saturn enters Capricorn, and he's going to be there in Capricorn for almost 3 years. And so he's going to be in this area of, you know, the deep part of you and your passion and the deeper mysteries. And he's going to show you where you may need to set boundaries, as well as empowering you to really look at how you're using your resources or your partner's resources to create abundance, to live your best life. Right after Saturn enters on the 20th, the sun enters. Saturn enters on the 19th, the sun enters on the 20th, which we have winter solstice, which is another power day and a time to really commune with spirit. Winter in the northern hemisphere and happy summer in the southern hemisphere, but it is a power day. It is a day that really shifts the energies, and then we start gaining in light in the northern hemisphere. Yay! And then Mercury stations direct on the 22nd. That's excellent for you. And then Venus enters Capricorn on the 25th. So first Saturn goes in, then the Sun goes in, and then Venus goes into Capricorn, bringing this focus for you into a more deeper part of your life, and really, looking at who do I trust, who's got my back, who should I really maybe not reveal so much of myself to. It's important to be looking at your resources. Now, I'll talk a lot more about that when I get to the January forecast, and as well as the year ahead, because Saturn's going to be in this area for you over the next couple of years. But this is a really good time for you because it's a time where you can achieve quite a bit, actually, and clear out what doesn't serve you. Release and let go of what doesn't serve you, and also look at, where do you need to set better boundaries. Saturn's going to work with you on that, over the next couple of years, is where do I need to set better boundaries for myself? Where do I need to really practice keeping my own word power and not necessarily sharing it with everybody, because not everybody is good for you or supporting you. And so this can also reveal, betrayals as well for some of you, where you can see who has not been really there for you. And now it's the time to set a boundary and be aware of that. And that will come out, especially with this Neptune at your full moon, and then the Mercury going direct. This could be a time where it's revealed to you about, who do I trust? Who do I need to set a better boundary with? Better boundaries. And, keep my own counsel instead of, revealing so much to others. Maybe it's better to keep my own counsel and take a wait and see about who each person is and if they're trustworthy. For those of you open for love, available for love, it's on. And you could be introduced to someone, you could be, at a party, and a friend could say, oh, I'd like you to meet so-and-so, and the next thing you know, chemistry, attraction, and it's happening. Love is incredibly strong for you this month. For those of you coupled, I just really see you, working through things and, really having each other's back. The partner really helping you to move up in what you're doing, supporting you in your goals and what you want to achieve. And the more, graceful you are, use that, social graces with your partner and others, the more they're going to help you achieve your goals. And so you can be moving up in career this month, especially as Mercury goes direct. Certainly things can come in before then, but you really want to look at everything when Mercury is retrograde. But once he goes direct on the 22nd, by, that last part of the month, last 10, 11 days, you can absolutely, say, yes, I take that offer. Yes, I want that promotion. And, for those of you that want to start your own business or start a new business, this is a wonderful energy for you to do that, because your family wants to see you succeed. Other people want to see you succeed. And so this is a time for you to really think about, hey, what could I, create that's mine that I can build income with into the new year. For some of you, you may be, getting a new job, and it's very exciting. It really is a month of love for you, but people want to see you win. People want to see you succeed, and that's always good news. Spiritually, it is a deeply spiritual time for you, especially this first part of the month with Neptune so active at the time of your full moon. This is a time to really tune into who you really are, what you really are. You are a great spiritual being having a human experience. Tap into that beautiful spiritual energy, and it will light the way with Jupiter there improving your health. Your health is improving, and then Mars goes in there helping you to improve your health as well as your work habits. You could be making some changes to your work habits that are really beneficial, or your health habits that increase your energy and make you leaner and meaner. I mean that in a positive sense. And really empowering you to move up in whatever you're doing. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking, favoring, sharing, and Google Plusing my videos. Gemini, you're rocking awesome. Thank you for subscribing. You totally rock. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. We would love to have you. And if you would like for me to take a detailed look at your astrology, it's very easy. The link is below in the Show More section. It's also up in the cards. So until next time, Gemini, it's a month of love. Twin flames and soulmates in love.